This question comes from a man named Chris. And Chris, I apologize if I mispronounced the name of your city. I've been all over Texas. I've never been to Segiun, Texas. I hope I got that right. But Chris says, what happens to the person going through an exorcism? Do they lose their sight and consciousness, or do they see the whole thing? Good question, Chris. Actually, there are many different ways in which people experience an exorcism. Some have what we call oblivion. They're just oblivious to what's going on. They blank out. I've had people, for example, come to my seminars and go through an exorcism, and you can see some of these on YouTube. After the deliverance, they come to, they don't even remember coming to the seminar. Sometimes a friend brought them. They've been in a demonic state the whole time. They're completely blanked out. Some people, as we start the exorcism, go into a demonic state and they aren't aware of anything, or they are only vaguely aware of it. But the most common condition we call co-consciousness. This simply means that they have more than one state of consciousness at a time. I've had them describe it to me this way. They say it's like watching a movie. I'm in the movie, and I'm in the background watching it, and I seem unable to control what is going on or what is being said through my mouth. Others describe it as sitting in the back seat of a car and watching the devil drive. In fact, sometimes I say to people, because I don't want their consciousness and their rational mind interfering with the thing by trying to figure out what's going on. Get in the back seat, let the devil drive. I'll sit next to him and tell him where to go. Now, I have had people lose sight, but that's fairly rare. Most people sort of come in and out of consciousness. It's a bit of a gray area. They will tell me, I remember some things, I don't remember other things. I'm aware of part of what happened. I know that I said certain things, but there must have been other things that I didn't know about and didn't know that I said. And another thing that complicates this, of course, is that a high percentage of demonized people also have dissociative identity disorder. They have multiple personalities. So sometimes there's another state of consciousness, and that is the consciousness of an alter ego state. Now, to complicate this a little bit further, if you've watched our YouTube exorcism channel, there are ancestral states of consciousness. There are dissociated soul transference states of consciousness that can invade their mind from other people who have sort of astral projected inside their head. So sometimes I tell people, look, there's the potential for at least 5 states of consciousness in an exorcism. You, the demon, a multiple personality or dissociated state, an ancestral identity, genetically inherited, something that we discuss in our School of Exorcism and teach on other training videos, and then a dissociated soul state of another living person, for example, who has cursed you, maybe somebody in witchcraft, and put part of themselves into your mind as a state of consciousness. So if you watch our YouTube exorcism channel, from time to time you will see me move people in and out of these different states of consciousness with one goal in mind: to get them healed, to get them restored to the way God intended them to be, and to narrow it down to the demon, and then command the demon to leave. What's really important, Chris, is not what state of mind they're in, but what state their soul is in at the end of the exorcism, cleansed and purged of the evil forces, so that the Holy Spirit can fill that part of their life, that part of their soul where evil had invaded. I invite you to enroll today at our International School of Exorcism, an online Bible college of spiritual warfare. It's all right there on your iPhone, your Android, your computer, or your iPad. 24/7 you can study at your own pace. You'll learn about the history of exorcism, healing, deliverance, and spiritual warfare in the Bible and church history. You'll also learn the practical aspects of breaking curses, pulling down spiritual strongholds, and removing the legal rights of Satan. Once you've completed and receive a certificate, you then can join with me personally and be mentored side by side with me in my seminars across America. There's no better time than now to learn how to set yourself, your friends, and family free from the bondage of Satan by enrolling in the International School of Exorcism. In our new book, Set Your Family Free, Laura and I share what we've learned in 25 years of marriage and ministry.
We teach you how to speak spiritual blessings over your family and offer 10 prayers that will break generational curses of the ancestors. We also offer detailed prayers that family members can pray for one another.
We teach how to raise children with purity principles, how to prepare them for adulthood, and how to break every assignment of Satan over their lives. And for married couples, there's a frank chapter about sex.
We give you the principles of spiritual warfare to fight for your family and to be victorious over the powers of darkness.
This is the book that will set your family free. How do you know if your problems are the result of bad life choices or demons? And what do you do if your problem is demons? My 200-page book, Dealing with Demons, has answers for questions most are afraid to ask. Can Christians be demon-possessed? How can I know what's natural and what's supernatural? Dealing with Demons will teach you how to recognize symptoms that the devil is at work in your life or the life of someone that you care about. Learn strategies to avoid Satan's traps and walk in freedom and supernatural protection. Read Dealing with Demons and be one step closer to living in spiritual victory. The most frequent demon that I deal with is the spirit of Jezebel, the most prevalent evil spirit of our age. This demon wants to destroy your health, your finances, your marriage, your family, and your church. Learn the tactics of Jezebel throughout history and in the time in which we live. My book, Jezebel, Defeating Your #1 Spiritual Enemy, is your key to overcoming this demon, which is more prevalent than at any time in human history. Get your copy today. Jezebel, Defeating Your #1 Spiritual Enemy.
He took the curses away from me. Was he Bob Larson? Because he can help you.
If your life isn't all that it should be, if relationships aren't working, if your health, your finances, or your spiritual life are unhappy, schedule a personal one-on-one encounter with me. We'll get to the root of the issues that are holding you back. We'll give you answers and a whole new direction in life.
Oh, what a change, what a difference when you have an encounter with God.
Take action. I look forward to seeing you soon.
We encourage your support for this worldwide outreach to do what Jesus did. For the latest information on resources, seminars, conferences, training institutes, retreats, and international missions, go to boblarson.org. Thank you for your prayers and financial partnership.